20...
It's December 27, Ukraine Media Center Ukrinform starts its operation. My name is Svetlana Cheparenko. Now we will be talking to Oleksandr Tolokonnikov, the spokesperson of the Kherson Regional Military Administration. Mr. Oleksandr, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, Mr. Oleksandr, yesterday evening the enemy committed another terroristic attack on the evacuation train. They inflicted a strike on the railway station. So what do we know about the aftermath of this strike? Mr. Oleksandr, can you hear us? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Should I repeat the question for you? No, you're good. As a result of yesterday's attack, there was 16 casualties. A policeman perished who helped in evacuation of people from the railway station. 2 more people were heavily injured and are currently in the hospital. Yesterday, about 18:30, the enemy inflicted the strike on the railway station where an evacuation train was stationed that was about to leave for Kiev at 18:36. However, the representatives of the national police have heard the explosions and they started moving people to the shelters, and it was really a miracle that we were able to avoid a large number of casualties. However, a policeman of 28 years from Kherson region who was on service in Kherson led his life, and we are honoring his memory today. Also, yesterday a group of people died in Kerinska, another person died in Tehinka. Enemy also inflicted strike on Chernobyevka, which resulted in 4 casualties. 1 man is still in a difficult condition in the hospital. The other 3 were provided medical aid on site. Enemy used the drones to attack the city of Kherson yesterday. They inflicted a strike on the center of the city of Kherson and destroyed a shopping mall. The firefighters were putting out the fire half the night. The enemy continues inflicting strikes on Kherson until this very moment, due to which we're having problems with water supply, with electricity and cellular network. The 70% of the population of the consumers ended up without power supply. Currently, there are 94 consumers in Kherson who ended up 94,000 consumers who ended up without power supply, and we will report additionally on the time necessary to reestablish the electric power supply. Well, talking about the enemy strike on the railway station, what do we know about the condition of the casualties, of the civilians and of the policemen who helped to evacuate the people? Well, the civilians were lightly damaged and they were provided all the medical aid on site. The representatives of national police were brought to the hospital in moderate condition. However, the medics convinced us that everything would be fine with them. The rest of the passengers, 140 of them, with the help of railway representatives and local military administration, were all transported to Mykolaiv. They were put on the train which achieved Kiev on time at 7:20, so all of them made it to Kiev. For the time being, the trains to Kherson will be stopping in Mykolaiv, and there will be a bus connection between Kherson and Mykolaiv. So how do you expect to organize the further evacuation of population? Is it going to be through Mykolaiv? Well, the evacuation is about to continue. The railway was not the only way that we were using for evacuation. There are buses functioning on a regular basis, both ours and the buses provided by the charity organizations. And we will use other different ways to transport the people. Well, the last week was quite fruitful in terms of downed enemy drones. Did you feel it in Kherson as well? Well, yeah, those 3 destroyed enemy fixed-wing aircraft significantly decreased the number of guided aviation bombs that enemy uses. There were no notifications of any use of such guided aviation bombs within the last 4 years. However, the enemy launched 2 of them yesterday, so they're probably gauging our defense and with an attempt to continue this type of attacks. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions on the floor? Good afternoon, Valentina Rychel, Ukrinform. Mr. Oleksandr, can you please tell us what is the situation with the power supply for the critical infrastructure facilities, specifically the hospitals in Kherson? Thank you for your question. All of the hospitals are equipped with the generators, both in Kherson and other settlements in the West Bank. All of the critical infrastructure facilities, such as water supply facilities, they're all equipped with generators. Canal continues working on improvement of the facilities. There are pumps located in different parts of the region that are not yet equipped with the generators. We are going to rectify this pretty soon. But talking about the hospitals, they are all provided with electricity supply and generators. Thank you very much, Mr. Oleksandr. Let me remind you, dear colleagues, we were talking with Mr. Oleksandr Tolokonnikov, the spokesperson of the Kherson Regional Military Administration, and we were talking about security situation in the region. And we will continue at 1 o'clock. We will talk about the safety measures during Christmas and New Year celebrations. Thank you. Stay tuned.